Yeah, they come around asking me to pay the rent. Let me hold something like they can't make a sense. Always crying foul, say the world's so cold, but they ain't doing nothing, just waiting to be sold. Victims of their drama can't escape the game. Always pointing fingers, but they're just the same. I ain't your bank, I ain't your crutch. Always need a hand, but never give much. Wake up, little dreamers, gotta earn your stake. While you're here crying, I'm building my fate. You call me crazy, but I'm seeing the truth. While you're stuck in your ways, just chasing your youth. Claim the odds are stacked, yeah, life's a fight. But with all that complaining, when do you ignite? The victim Olympics, man, they take the gold. But when it's time to act, they fold, the story's told. I ain't your bank, I ain't your crutch. Always need a hand, but never give much. Wake up, little dreamers, gotta earn your stake. While you're here crying, I'm building my fate. So let me make it clear, hear the truth in my tone. Help yourself first, or you'll always be alone. I ain't your bank, I ain't your crutch. Always need a hand, but never give much. Wake up, little dreamers, gotta earn your stake. While you're here crying, I'm building my fate.
Yeah, living in this chaos, I can see it clear. People slacking off, yo, I can feel the fear. Trying to make it big, but they just playing games. While I'm busting my ass, they just chasing fame. What's the point of grinding if you don't hold it down? Hear me out, we gotta get it right. No more lazy walks, we gotta reignite. Rise above the noise, push through the pain. Don't let the dream slip, let's break those chains. Got my eyes on the prize, but it's looking real grim. When you ask for the truth, they pretend it's a whim. Success ain't a joke, man, it's blood, sweat, and tears. So why you out here fronting, drowning in your fears? We all want the glory, but do we want the grind? Hear me out, we gotta get it right. No more lazy walks, we gotta reignite. Rise above the noise, push through the pain. Don't let the dream slip, let's break those chains. So step up, don't fall back, let's do what's true. It starts with me and you. Yo, living in this chaos, I can see it clear. People slacking off, yo, I can feel the fear. Trying to make it big, but they just playing games. While I'm busting my ass, they just chasing fame. What's the point of grinding if you don't hold it down? Hear me out, we gotta get it right. No more lazy walks, we gotta reignite. Rise above the noise, push through the pain. Don't let the streets slip, let's break those chains. But let's break those chains. Let's break those chains. Let's break those chains. Let's break those chains. Got my eyes on the prize, but it's looking real grim. When you ask for the truth, they pretend it's a whim. Success ain't a joke, man, it's blood, sweat, and tears. So why you out here fronting, drowning in your fears? We all want the glory, but do we want the grind? We want the glory, but do we want the grind? Yeah. So step up, don't fall back, let's do what's true. If we really want it, it starts with me and you. Yeah. So step up, don't fall back, let's do what's true. If we really want it. vibes, pushing limits, yeah, he's that kind of guy. At first it's harsh, the rules feel like chains, but trust the process, there's sunshine in the rains. He cracks the whip, but it's all in love, results shining bright like stars above. Tech Coach Ralph, you light the way, through sweat and tears you help us play. With every lesson we find our might, from morning grind to the stars at night. Days turn to weeks, skills sharp and fast. What once was a struggle now feels like a blast. Step by step, we rise and we glow. With Ralph in our corner, we're ready to show. Singing his praises, can't keep it inside. From hard ass to hero, he's our pride. Tech Coach Ralph, you light the way, through sweat and tears you help us play. With every lesson we find our might, from morning grind to the stars at night. So here's to Ralph, the coach we need in this game of growth. He plants the seed. So here's to Ralph, the coach we need in this game of growth. He plants the seed.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everyone doing? To all of my friends out there, even my friends who they just have to hate on my greatness from time to time, I still love you anyways.
We the best.
How's everyone doing today? This is the Tech Q&A show. You can call in, you can ask me questions in the chat. I have some questions as well. I am Tech Coach Ralph. We are engineered to win. Tonight is Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. How about it? How is your week going so far? We are 2 days into the week. How is your week going so far? I hope that you are doing splendid. Hope you're doing well. Like I said, this is a Tech Q&A show. We are going to have some fun tonight. We're going to get some technical questions answered, some career-based questions answered. You know how we do. You know how we do over here. So with that being said, before I even acknowledge the chat that just came in, the hateful. So they didn't even say with all due respect, right? They didn't even say with all due respect, right? The hateful, disrespectful chats that come in. We are going to get through our agenda and then we will deal with the matter accordingly, all right? So let's do it. Let's jump into our agenda for today. So first and foremost, I just gotta say a big thank you so much to all of the subscribers to the channel, the new ones, those who have been with me for a very, very long time, those who are very, very active, those who watch from the clouds, those who leave me comments on the videos. I appreciate you all.
I appreciate you.
And I just gotta say a big salute and shout out to all of my tech savages out there. Those are my tech barbarians, my tech prodigy, my technical explorers, all of the Patreon members who work so hard diligently every single day to level up in their technical and career-based skills, from using their calendars efficiently to booking coaching calls where we can work together to figure out the right strategy to get to the next step. Shout out to all of you. And also a big salute to all of my tech mercenaries out there who support the YouTube channel. Shout out to all of you as well. And as always, always, a big salute to all of the bag chasers out there.
Money.
And shout out to Mr. Technique and all of the tech pookies out there as well.
Hey.
How is everyone doing tonight? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Do me a big favor though. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, get it out the way now as we get the show underway, and hit the notification bell so you know every time that we go live and drop new content, because we do a lot of that here. All right. And go to techcoachralph.dev. You can sign up for free. There is tons of exclusive content if you are looking to get into the tech space, right? And you do not know how a technical team operates, like the sprint reviews, the scrum nights, or sprint reviews, different sprint ceremonies. You can go to techcoachralph.dev right now for free. You can get access to exclusive content, and then you can even sign up for one-on-one coaching with me, where I will help you to level up in this tech game. All right, this is techcoachralph.dev. Sign up today for free, and then you can upgrade later on or whatever you want, right? Just sign up and get access to exclusive content, okay? So let's do this real quick. Let's jump through our live show schedule. Let's take care of some housekeeping real quick, all right? So first and foremost, Sunday afternoons, we have software explorations. We are working our way through DevOps. We are on the brink of deploying our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data. We were so close on Sunday, but we got stuck with deploying the React. So we're going to work on that this coming Sunday. And then we'll probably get into Kubernetes after that. Tuesday nights, we have our Q&A session where you can call in. I'm going to turn the link to call in on very soon. But you can call in. You can ask questions in the chat. I have questions as well. You can have a conversation. And we have a lot of fun. This is probably our most fun night is Tuesday nights. Thursday nights, we have software explorations. We are currently working through building out our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data. Well, we did a lot last week where we figured out some API endpoints, and this we're going to be adding to the UI, enhancing it a little bit. We have our morning shows on Mondays and Wednesdays. We start between 7:30, 8 o'clock a.m. Coffee and Kata. We work on we review some news articles as well as work on some mobile development. We are currently working our way through mobile testing through Flutter for the time cost calculator for some new features we're looking to release very soon. And then the grand finale of the week, Saturday mornings, we have the Men Lie, Women Lie, Numbers Manipulate show. And that's where we review the weekly economic data. How are the job numbers looking? How is the consumer price index going? How is the producer price index going? How is the consumer sentiment? How are people feeling about the economy? It kind of skyrocketed when we reviewed it this past Saturday. So we'll keep reviewing how everything is going. But this past week has been absolutely crazy. Check your 401k, check your stocks, all that stuff. It's been absolutely, check your crypto. It has been insane past week. Just telling you, it's been a week. It's been insane. All right. So that is our Saturday morning shows. And it says here, always mention Mitch and Yakar, because why do I always have to mention them? Because they co-host the show from the chat. They are the lifeblood of the show. So cheer it up for them. Next up, we have our pre-recorded content. We have Mondays, we have candid conversations where we are talking about different topics, different strategies. Yesterday, I was speaking about the top skill, the number one skill that you need in order to be effective and to continue to be successful in the tech market, as well as any career, honestly, but especially in the tech market, you need this one skill. Go check it out. Really important. Leave me a comment on it to let me know your thoughts. And I can probably even expand on that, all right? Wednesdays, we have software explorations, concept and overviews. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about Vue.js, React, and Angular, different front-end frameworks that front-end engineers use. And we're going to break them down, see which one should we use, which one is better, things of that nature. And then Fridays, we have the Bug Bite, where we review different software industry-related bugs, viruses, cybersecurity threats, all that good stuff. We're going to be talking about the Michelangelo virus from 1992. Yes, 1992. We were at risk as well, right? So you definitely want to check that one out. But with that being said, and we also have shorts as well as clips from the Q&A show that are released Monday through Friday. And I'm still working on getting, working with my video editor, but working on getting clips from the software exploration shows as well, so that we can have rotating content so that you can be more informed. And I can flood your timeline even more. All right. But with that being said, do me a big favor, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you know every time we go live and drop new content. And like I said earlier, check out techodrop.dev. You can sign up for free. Tons and tons of exclusive content. And a lot of it is free. So definitely check it out because you are not going to find it anywhere else. And there is no one else who's going to present it like I do. All right. So that is techcoachdrop.dev. With that being said, we are going to get, now, let me go and address this so disrespectful chat. They didn't even say hi. Let's bring Alexis to the front of the congregation. She says, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. And she says, I see we're still doing the music thing. Why you gotta be so rude? Why you gotta be so rude? Especially was that for at least? All right, was that for the other songs or was that for my song? Because if it was for my song, my heart is broken. My heart is absolutely broken. Anyhow, let's continue along. All right, so let's get into the show for today. So first and foremost, I'm learning. So as I've said on other shows, I got a drone the other day, right? And your car keeps telling me to stop messing around with the drone, but I'm committed to figuring out this drone, right? But it reminds me of like when you first start to learn to drive a car or something, right? And how you're going like super duper slow as you try to figure out the movements and like how much to turn the steering wheel and stuff like that. And maybe some people put the pedal to the metal, but I remember when I was first learning how to drive a car, I was like going super slow down the road. And now like when I'm flying this drone, I'm like, it's going like super, super slow. And it's like, I do not let it go. I barely let it go past the neighbor's house. And because I'm like, what if it doesn't come back? What if I lose it? Because man, I've had my very first drone. It was not the best experience. That thing just, I think it was defective, but that thing just took off like crazy. So now I got a good one now, and I'm just taking it slow, seeing how it goes. Not going too far because I'm not even sure the distance that it goes. So I'm just trying to figure it out. It says it has this feature to return to home. And so I'm trying to figure out how the pictures work, how the video works. But I can't share it right now because in order to share, maybe I'm gonna have to share it on another channel, right? But I cannot share it on this channel because I do not want the laws coming after me because I am sharing drone footage on a channel that is monetized. Bruh. Gotta get a license for that. You gotta get a license for that, all right? Anyhow, let's continue on with the show. I see I got my guy in the building, Me Mystify. How are you doing today, Me Mystify? Hopefully you are doing well. And Me Mystify asked a good question. Where is your car? Is he in jail? Or is he in Diddy's house? You know what? Me Mystify, I think jail and Diddy's house might be synonymous with one another now. I kid, I joke, all right? Let's see. And Alexis came back and says, good evening. Good evening to you as well, Alexis. Thank you so much for being here. Now, feel free to bash all my amazing music. I just wanted to get the high from you first. Now, feel free to bash all the music. And I just want to say a big shout out. I almost forgot. A big shout out to my guy, Me Mystify. His channel just crossed, and he might be at 1,800 now, but I saw the other day his channel just crossed 1,700 subscribers. I was like, when Me Mystify had just recently got started, we had a conversation, and took some time to get around, but I am so happy to see his success, and I'm so proud of him. Just crossed 1,700, and he is going, like, the content that he makes talking about, like, stereo systems and, like, just life talk and stuff like that. It is going to take off because I love stereo systems. I love cars. I might not be the most well knowledgeable, but I love a beautiful car. And just seeing, like, when he, in his videos, he has, like, the Jaguar parked outside, the Escalade, the Yukon, and I forgot the other car that was. I think it was a Buick or something like that. And it's just like, seeing the work that he does on there, installing different speakers, systems, and all that. I'm like, that is absolutely amazing. Just keep it up. Just keep it up. It is amazing. All right. And like I says, I didn't know you had a channel. He does, and he is growing rapidly. He is on skyrocketing exponentially. All right. So we're going to get started. Let me turn on the call in link for if anybody wants to call in to the show, feel free to do so. Let me see. Where is my call in link? All right. We're going to go over here and we're going to go over here, and I'm going to drop the link to the chat, or the link to call in the chat. And it's also pinned to the top of the chat as well as in the description, but I'm going to drop it anyways, so that if you want to call in, you can click on the link and we can have a conversation. All right. So with that being said, it's only going to go one spot. Anyways. All right. So let's get to it. Let's get to our questions for the night. All right. So, let me see. Let me drop that. Let me drop the link actually. Let me go to, let's do it like that. Boom. All right. Link is dropped if case anybody wants to call in, but we're going to get to our first question of the night. Why don't we? All right. Let's get it. All right. Let's get it. So first question of the night.
Another one.
Is Agile actually holding us back more than helping? Uh-oh, what is going on here? So it says, I know Agile has become the gold standard for software development, but is anyone else starting to feel like it's causing more problems than it solves? Between endless stand-ups, sprint planning, and constant pivots, sometimes it feels like we're spending more time managing the process than actually getting things done. Are we sacrificing deep work and long-term vision for short-term sprints and quick wins? I'd love to hear if others are feeling the same way, or if Agile is working better in your teams. That is an amazing question. And I think it's a question that many people are grappling with. So let's see. Let me just answer me myself. Any specific topics on the call-in? Not necessarily. I mean, this is tech Q&A, but if you want to call in and talk, then by all means we can do that as well. But let me get through this question. But by all means, if you want to call in for you, me myself, if you want to call in, by all means you can share anything that you want. Right? We can talk about anything. But let me get to this question. All right. So is Agile holding us back? Let me start our timer for that one, and I'm going to say the short answer is no. Agile is not holding us back, but the caveat is it can hold you back if your team is not doing it right? And I know you're going to say, oh, that's always the cop-out that people use because, people, it's always, if you're not doing it right, it doesn't work. Well, anything that you're not doing right is not going to work. So here's the deal, right? If you do not have any organization or structure around the way that you do Agile, if your team is not reflecting on what's working, what's not working, and if you're not constantly making adjustments to it, then of course you're going to feel like it's holding you down. Now, the question, based on what you're saying, the question that I ask you is, why do you have endless sprints? Right? The sprint planning happens at the end of every sprint. So how are you constantly having stand-ups is the way that the team is supposed to be informed of like what's the status of everyone, right? Like what progress are we making on our sprint goal? So you kind of need to have stand-ups. Like I don't see a type of meeting that you're going to have where you don't have stand-ups, or a type of structure you're going to have where you don't have stand-ups. Before stand-ups, things like nobody knew what anyone was doing, right? Now sprint planning happens. It happens once before the sprint starts, where you have to figure out what we're going to be working on for the next 2 weeks. I think though, sprint planning, some sprint plannings might run long, which you should try to make sure, like time box it to make sure it falls in within a certain amount of time. Constant pivots. Why are you having constant pivots? Is your product manager, is your product owner, is your scrum master not protecting the team? Do they not have a clear vision? Because it is imperative that you do not start it can happen once in a while, right? But how many times are you going to be starting a sprint and then right in the middle of the sprint, you need to move to something else? What are we doing? Kanban out here? Come on, man. So sometimes you feel like we're spending more time managing the process than actually getting things done. The reason that you end up managing the process more than actually getting things done, because you don't have a process. You're building the process as you fly it, and that does not work. You need to have a process in order to manage a process. If you're just managing the general, like if you see, here's the problem, right? Here's what the problem is, right? You guys aren't bought into it because, and that's why a lot of things fail. That's why projects fail. That's why friendships fail. That's why relationships fail. That's why marriages fails. That's why presidential campaigns fail, because you're not fully bought into it. I mean, you might be bought into it by $1 billion and $1.20 million, right? You might be bought in that way, but your heart's not into it. Your money might be into it, but your heart's not into it. You know? If you got to pay people for their support, it's not going to work out that way. So the reason that you feel that Agile is not working for you and that it's like managing the process is because it's honestly because you don't have, like, number one, you're not bought into it. Number two, you don't have the standards in place to do it. So one thing that I always encourage the teams that I work on to do is to put time boxes on certain things. Like, all right, if this conversation is going for longer than 10 minutes, we probably need to visit it outside of this meeting where we can get more details, and then we can bring it back to another meeting with more details, and we can be very focused. But you shouldn't, if there's a lot of pivots, you need to talk, like your project manager, your product owner, your product manager, your scrum master. They need to take control of it because something is not working right. I don't think it's Agile that's a problem. I think it's the way that you are approaching your projects. Because you say, if you're sacrificing deep work and long-term vision, right? How can you ever get to deep work if you're going to have constant pivots every other day? See, when you say sacrificing deep work and long-term vision for short-term sprints and quick wins, see, that's the problem, because that is not the purpose of a sprint. The purpose of a sprint is to build upon your long-term vision incrementally. So you should have a roadmap of what is the long-term vision that we're trying to accomplish. And now we break it down into small chunks. Okay, what do we need to do to get here, to get here, to get here, to get here? But if you're expecting to just go like the Wild Wild West, like you're in Indiana Jones, then of course you're going to be getting short-term sprints with quick wins. Every single sprint is supposed to build upon each other. Like when you ask these type of questions, right? Long-term vision. Let's say you're trying to build a house. You're not going to say, all right, well, I'm going to start building a house here and, lay some foundation here. And then I'm going to go to this other location that haven't even broke ground on yet. And I'm actually going to start ordering the furniture for this place that I haven't even figured out yet. No, if you're going to build a house, you're going to say, okay, this in the first week, we're going to get the land excavated, right? Whatever the term is. In the second week, we're going to dig. Third week, we're going to start laying the foundation. Fourth week, we're going to do this, that, all the way until the final day where you're actually, furnishing the house and stuff like that. But you can't just jump around, you know? What are we doing? Crisscross? Ah, Mitch likes that reference from crisscross, right? Are we doing crisscross? Jump around? No. Come on, man. All right. Anyways, that's my thought. I think that Agile itself, the process is fine. I think the people that try to do the process are the ones who are flawed. And if they change their vision, if they change their mentality, if they get proper Agile training, they could find that it's working a lot better for them than they expected. All right. With that being said, let's wrap that one up. All right, let's get to the chat real quick because I see I got some more haters in the building. All right, let's see what we got here. So, all right, so yeah, myself, you can call in if you want. You can talk about anything. You can say hi to everyone. I don't know, whatever you want. If you want to call in, feel free to call in. I will not hold you back. Let me see. Alexis says, or we can ask the AI clone. What is OT? He ought. What is OT? He ought is funny. What is OT? He it. He it. Is funny. It says, turn down the lights. Spotlight is on Mitch. A moment of silence. I'm Bizak. What's going on, Mitch? How are you doing? Alexa says, good evening to Mitch. Says, I don't want the same good evening everyone gets. Disrespectful. Decline. Wow. Wowzers. And he says, reference was trash. Try again. I tried so hard on that one. You know what, Mitch? I had that one planned for like a week. And then for you to just come in here and say that one was trash when I thought that was a pretty good one, that hurt. That hurts a lot, all right? But we persist, all right? We persist. Says, we aren't even friends. I didn't want to overstep. That's a good point. That is a good point, Alexis. That is a good point, all right? All right. So we are going to continue on with the show. Let's get to it. Let me see. Oh, we got Me Mystify calling in. All right, let me see. Let me answer Me Mystify. Let's see what's going on. What's up, Me Mystify? Let me get him on here. What's up? I can't hear you. Let me see. Mute. Oh, yeah, I got you muted. That's why. All right, let me get you unmuted. All right, what's up, Me Mystify? Now you have yourself muted. Let me put my headphones on.
Can you hear me now?
Hold on, let me put my headphones on so I don't get feedback on this. All right, say something.
I said, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I hear you. Yep. Let me just.
Okay. I can take this out because this ain't working. All right.
Yes. So, how's it going?
All right. How about yourself, man? I was just calling. I had a question or two. Just I be finding myself really unmotivated at times to do content because my viewership be so low. And I browse your channels and check out a lot of videos, and you have over double the videos of what I have. I was just wondering what keeps you motivated.
So the thing is with my channel, it's like it's a little different because what actually motivates me is the stuff that I'm doing on it that I'm learning about. The chat and everything like that, and people like Mitch are just added benefits because I get to interact. But like just the fact, like when I'm doing on like a Thursday or a Sunday, and I'm like learning different things. That's like what really has me into it. So I'll give you an example real quick, right? Imagine you get like some brand new stereo system that like just came out, like a bunch of different features, right? and now you're gonna go install that in a car, and like so you never used it before, and once you actually get it installed and you see it working and stuff like that, now you connect it to the speakers to see how it sounds, and like let's say it has a screen on it, like that, like I'm pretty sure like something like that excites you, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So for me, what I ended up doing is the things that excite me, like learning new technologies, making it like a mission to figure something out. And I just decided, like, let me just do that live, right? And that's how I keep going, versus like just creating, like talking about something that I might not be too crazy about or really want to talk about or have something to consistently make content about.
oh, oh, gotcha.
So like
Yeah,
so let's say when you're doing the work on your car, right? Let's say you're recording that or streaming that, right?
mhm,
Now you're actually talking and showing something that you really care about and really interested in. You know what I mean?
yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I just I just hate some of the days where I wake up and I just find myself so unmotivated to do things. I honestly think because I haven't worked a regular job, December 2nd be 2 years. So I done kind of let myself get lazy in some cases. I'm not on the schedule anymore because I don't have to worry about how to pay my bills because I made sure I was financially comfortable when I did stop working. So that's why I just been kind of on the freestyle. That's why I changed my channel around from the RP space to just doing some of the stuff I like doing. And over here in Detroit, we have winter time, so being able to keep car audio content coming throughout the winter is going to be very difficult. So I'm just trying to figure out what to do for the next 5 6 months throughout the wintertime, which is why I've been hacking out my garage and trying to organize so I can do something. I even went recently and bought like 12 amplifiers, three, subwoofers and all types of stuff to do all types of testing in my garage, just to see if I can get people, keep people interested just doing things like that. So I'm just trying to figure out how to keep the channel going and everything like that. It's a little difficult sometimes when I start running to roadblocks when it comes to content.
Let me ask you this. You got, because like being from Detroit, like I'm sure you've had a lot of different cars.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
a young guy. You see, it's literally 6 vehicles in my yard.
so like an idea is actually like talking about cars, like what do you like to talk about? Just talk about that, and you like you're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
get
more
people.
or less in the sounds and bass, more or less than the cars. I know a lot about cars because my brother's a mechanic, so I know a lot about cars, the engines and stuff they come with or whatever. There's a lot of stuff I can talk about, but it's like I'm just trying to see if people would be interested. I would guess I would have to do some experimental videos and just see if it'd gravitate. Because I do talk about a lot of life stuff. If you see those videos, and they get the least interaction, as you can tell. So it'd be difficult sometimes because I definitely want to try to get paid. I just finally start getting monetized or whatever, and I just, I hate to start going down from where I be. I hate to go up and then start dropping down, but that's the difficult part about content creation.
I think like number one, you definitely want to try it out, you know.
Yeah,
But number two, I think like you can blend. Like let's say you're going live, right? You can blend the live talk with the stereo talk. Like, oh, what is like? I'll ask you a question right now. What is the most exciting stereo setup that you've done?
well, so far my Escalade just pretty much the 30. That's a 37,000 watt system in there. Um,
And I don't even
that's been
know. I don't even know if that like what 37,000 like watts actually means. So like, imagine you breaking that down. Imagine you breaking down like, oh yeah, how many amps, how many subwoofers, the sizes, the how many tweeters that you got, all those like breaking that down, mixed in with like your personality, the stuff that and whatever life thing that you want to talk about. Like you just talk about that. Like honestly, that's pretty much how I just keep going.
Yeah, it makes sense because me, I actually right now personality. I'm actually chasing, trying to figure out what my personality is, because since I stopped smoking and I stopped drinking, I'm kind of lost. Like I'm kind of lost. Like literally, I don't do anything no more. I stay at home and just stay away from everybody, because now I got character development to work on. Now I'm trying to figure out how to have fun without Hennessy. So life is so different. It's just I'm just trying to figure out now how to function, how to have fun, how to talk to women again. Because before it was Hennessy, it was liquid courage. Now without Hennessy, I'm just boring old me. So now I don't know. I don't really know how to function in society no more, and it's difficult. Just trying to figure that out.
I think you're gonna figure it out perfectly fine. I mean, you have a talent that with the whole, especially with the whole like stereo and cars and stuff, that a lot of people wish that they had. And I think like to me it's an art. Like it's a science, but it's also an art. I was talking about a friend that I had from a long time ago, where he makes like custom boxes. I forgot the tool that his company has to like do the cuts and stuff like that for the boxes and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's probably router bid and all the cutting and angle.
Yeah, and like it's so artistic that I don't know. For me, I'm like if I had that talent, I'd be like just talking about. I'd be showing like similar to what you like, showing the cars, like saying, all right, let's say you take that Jaguar. I'm gonna fix this Jaguar up, and I'm going to put this sound system in it and all that type of stuff, and then do the same thing for the next car and the next car. Like that. That's just like, because those are projects that take time as well. So it's and then like once you're done with those, and like whatever you're gonna do with those cars at that point, if you get another car, whatever the case may be, like just find something that interests you to do, and then just make content around that. That's the real strategy right there.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. It's taking time, and just trying to elevate stuff at the same time. Like I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how good the mic sound. It's a $45 wireless mic, but I done modified it with magnets so it can sit on my shirt in any direction I need it to. Like I've been over here just trying to get creative with some of my stuff so the quality of the content can get better. I done bought like, I think I got like 14 production lights. Like I can have LED lights everywhere in the garage, and I'm just trying to figure out how to make the production quality better and whatnot, and just come with better content. It's just like I said, sometimes it gets a little difficult, and I can get unmotivated at times too. So I definitely got to get myself back on a work schedule, or get myself on a schedule and discipline myself again, and just start getting serious about doing certain things. I can find myself being a little bit more lazy than for my own comfort level. I even gained some weight back from all the weight I done lost, so I need to get back serious. So,
Yeah, one thing I do, I just use my calendar to schedule everything, and then I just like try to keep that as close as possible, even if I don't keep it like 100%. But having it keeps me a little bit more accountable than if I was just trying to wing it.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, thanks for the talk.
No
It's
problem, man.
definitely.
Appreciate you calling in.
Oh, no problem, man. You tell you, I'm still looking at you on the TV. I just got it muted. So,
All right, perfect, man. All right, cool. We'll talk some more.
all right. You have a good night.
You too. Bye. And that was my homie Me Myself. Shout out to Me Myself. All right, let me check the chat real quick to see what the sentiment is. Let's see. Got a lot of chats coming. All right, let me see. It says the headphones are bigger than me. Mitch says you need Mitch. That's why you better think of me. You need friends like Mitch and your car, his wingman. You saying Mitch and your car are my wingman? Is that what you're saying? The cool kids are here. Welcome in your car. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is it going? Let's see. Your car says to Mitch, "What up, though?" Mitch is from Jersey. How do they greet each other in Jersey, Mitch? How do they greet each other in New Jersey? Because I know they don't say "What up, though." That's a Detroit thing, from my understanding. Down here we kind of say "What's good." Alexa says, "You better thank a Mitch out of your car." That doesn't flow though. That doesn't flow. Says it says, "Just making sure this guy doesn't give himself all the credit." Who would do that? Who do? And Mitch says to me, myself, keep going. Exactly, keep going. I say, like, my thing is try it, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I've seen Anton, for example, try different things, and then like some things he adopts, some things he lets them go. You gotta try it. You'll never know unless you try. Except for drugs. Do not do drugs, right? Don't do drugs, right? You don't need to try that, because it will not end well. Mitch says 8 Mile, I got bars. That's another thing. Ralph holding me and your car money.
Thank you for your patronage.
If I could have played, I would have played the Hey Dirt A. I got your money, right? I'm just saying. Let's see. You didn't say I was lying, though. See, your car is always up to mischief. Me and Mightify is not boring. Like, I am amazed by the audio work that he does on his cars. I love cars, though. I love cars. Like, I be looking at them outside. I'm like, man, I should buy another car. I'm like, nah. I'm not gonna do it. Your car's already telling me that I need to get a driver. It says, don't be a porch cat like Ralph. Who are you calling a porch cat? Says you gotta find a Mitch Anna your car. Says stop drinking Hennessy. Drink age 12 Scott like Macallan and Glenlivet, or 9-year bourbons like Knob Creek, or 100 proof whiskey like Uncle Nearest. Mitch, your car just gave a bunch of free promotion. I'm just saying. Alexa says, just keep going. Rome was not built in a day, but every day they went to work. Shout out to that. Who are you quoting, Alexis? Who are you quoting? It says, what keeps Ralph going? He lives for trying to beat me in a debate. What? Mitch, if that was the case, I would have quit on day one. The first day we met, I would have quit because I had mollywopped you in our very first encounter, our very first debate. You got destroyed.
Bruh.
We got in the building. Tola says, thank you for always being consistent. Thank you for being a consistent watcher and supporter as well. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
Your car says drones is what keeps driving. Oh, I don't know about that. That's a tough one. I'm so nervous driving the drone, flying the drone. I'm working on it. It says your car very boring. You guys are too funny. It says I'm 39 and I act 60. Too funny. Don't do coke in the bathroom. Not even gummies. You do know Florida turned it down, right, Alexis? You do know it's still illegal in Florida because we turned that down. Says you're blocked. Just asking. Says boring is good in this case. Ignore Ralph. He gets it wrong all the time. Says, you see how he breezes right past us? It's hard to find people like us. You guys are absolutely amazing. You definitely lost. Stop lying again. All right, let's get. All right, let me see. I can finish this off. Says, let me finish the chat and then we'll get to our next question. Says, say it ain't so. Here is free promotion. Me and Mitch being here is free promotion. That's a fact. Says Ralph definitely lost. It's true. Ralph lost. Says I had a friend named Mitch. Found out he was a hater and shady. Sounds like everyone named Mitch falls into that category.
Bruh.
It says he doesn't want to see us win. It says, was it me? Definitely wasn't a me. Says Florida didn't turn it down. Ron isn't getting any kickback, so he keeps killing it. Hey, either way, it got shut down. I'm just saying. All right.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
All right, let's get to our next. We're all caught up. Let's get to our next question. We had a wonderful, wonderful time talking to Masify. Thank you so much for calling in. All right, let's get to our next question of the night.
Another one.
How do employers measure a QA tester / engineer's proficiency? All right, so for software engineers, some may measure someone's proficiency through GitHub / Leet code. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe not. I think you're wrong. But anyways, is there a similar measurement for QAs? I get that for automation testers, they can be measured similarly by uploading their projects to GitHub. But how about for manual testers? That is an interesting question. Let's start our timer. So, if you're asking how employers measure proficiency for someone they're looking to hire, then they can look at their GitHub, they can look at Leet code, but like for a software engineer, right? Or they can just ask them, coding questions, algorithm questions, problem solving questions, maybe give them a project to take care of, as part of the interview. Many different ways. Same could be said for automation testers, right? Where they usually, from what I've seen with automation testers, they'll probably give you a take-home project and then they'll review it. Some companies, maybe like Amazon, maybe Google, they'll probably bring you in and through different interviews with different people. I got this from the test lead. He recently interviewed with Amazon, and they brought him in. They asked him different algorithm questions and coding questions and stuff like that. But about manual testers, how is their proficiency measured? Honestly, it's very subjective, but here's the real answer, right? There's not many manual testers who are being evaluated for proficiency. Because barely anybody is hiring for manual testers. As much as as many people have gone to boot camps where they're paying like $8,000 to learn how to do manual testing in 6 weeks, sadly to find out that nobody is actually hiring for manual testers. Everybody wants a hybrid QA engineer where they can do automation and manual testing. Because they want you to do more automation testing than they want you to do manual testing. You still need to know manual testing. So really, when it comes to manual testing, it's going to be based on the your critical thinking skills. Like when I interview people, I am really, really big on critical thinking skills. I'll ask questions and try to follow their thinking to see if they're I don't have a set answer in mind, but I have an idea of where I want them to get to, and I want to see how they're going to get there. Then we can ask some questions about, all right, if you were in this situation, how would you test this? What type of testing would you do for this? What type of testing would you do for that? Maybe we can ask you to write some actual test cases and measure your test cases. Honestly, it's like how do you navigate? How do you, and then also some personality questions, because you also have to be an advocate for the customers, because the developer, outside of like customer service and things like that, or support team, you are the closest person to the customer. Like you need to see it in the eyes of the customer. So I'm looking for people who are going to advocate for the customer, who are going to be looking at things like how can we test this from, like, when you're writing your test cases, it has to be from a customer perspective. What is the product owner missing? What is the software engineer missing? And that is like that's the part that, like, when I think about manual testing, that's what I'm thinking about. It's not only about, oh, let me go do this smoke test and let me go do this white box testing, black box testing, gray box testing, all these, like, I remember asked a group a question one time, and they started giving me like all these different types of. I'm like, I just want the answer. Like, it drives me crazy when I start getting all these canned answers, and like it doesn't push the initiative forward. So I want to see how you think. For the manual part of the game, I want strong critical thinking skills. I want strong problem solving skills. And that's what, like, it's very subjective, but if I ask you to write a test case, I want to see how you navigate through those test cases and like what flows, so if I tell you, all right, I want you to go and write a test case for navigating through the checkout process, like purchasing a ticket on JetBlue, right? Purchasing airline tickets on JetBlue, round trip tickets from this date to that date. I'm going to be looking in great detail on how you navigated it, what you're focusing on, things like that. All right. So that's when it comes to manual, that's the part of the proficiency, right? It's not on it's not like where I'm reviewing your code, but like I was saying, manual testing jobs aren't in demand like that right now, and they might not ever be again. Sad to say. So it's how can you pair that? How can you pair that with automation skills? That is the new and improved QA engineer, right? That's all I gotta say. Let's wrap that question up. All right, let me check the chat. Let me see. All right, so we got Owen Codes from the Twitch side of the game. What's up, Owen Codes? How are you doing today? This is what you need questions about, whatever you want to ask questions about. If you want to ask about tech, if you want to ask about careers, coding, whatever you want to ask questions about, feel free to do so. All right, let me continue with the chat. Let's see. Where were we? All right, there we go. Let's see. Your car says he hates politicians. Says, damn, all bad for Mitches. I agree. Let's see. Says, Trump is for federal legalization, so it's only a matter of time. You could have had the other candidate who wanted to legalize it for people just like you, your car for people just like you. Actually, I don't know if that's true what you're saying, because I remember he said that he was against, like, he said it was inevitable. He's from Florida. Said it was inevitable. So if it is going to be legal, we need to have proper laws and guidelines around using it. So that's what I remember he said about it. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. But since Florida turned it down, I quite frankly do not care at the moment. Maybe another 2 years or so, maybe in 3 years, 4 years, whatever. We'll see. We shall see. Mitch says, vegans can't do drugs. You let me down. You're in time out. Alexis is not a vegan though. Alexis is not a vegan. She only thought that Oreos were vegan or not. I don't know, whatever. But Alexis is not. How many times I have to tell you this, Mitch? Alexis is not a vegan, all right? It says creme brulee is now trash. Says, you're assuming again, just ask an innocent question. Innocent question. You forgot your quotes. Says, can I block whoever this juice person is? Leave Alexis alone. She is not. Do not block Alexis, right? Do not block Alexis. How do I think? Let's say, did someone say smoke test? You got to stop drinking those energy. Who? Oh, I got you to stop drinking those energy. You did do that. You did do that. Sadly, but surely you did. All right. Your car says, we love you, Alex. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
We the best.
It says, speak for yourself. Don't speak for me. And Mitch is right. He is not reading that. Sure ain't reading that one. He says, we love you, Alexis, including Mitch. All right, let's see. Come to the light. Owen Coates says, no, look it up. He is for, I'll check it out. But I remember in his tweet, he was kind of like, not really, but we shall see. It says, I feel the love from the both of you. It says, oh, stop the show. No need to fear. Tech Daddy is here. Salute to my guy, Rod Brown. So Owen Code says, let me see. I'm going to come back to Owen Codes real quick. Let me just finish up the chat and then I'm going to take that as our next question. It says, this guy is obsessed with me. It's sick. Literally eating lamb, right? Oh, I love me some lamb. I love me some lamb. Who is Tech Abba? Did I miss something? Who is Tech Abba? All right, let me see. All right, we're group hug, deep breath in. All right, awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna read. Let me set up Owen Code's question. Let me move that over here, and we are going to go with this. So, let me make that bigger. So, Owen Code says, I'm struggling for the past 3 years, been doing different boot camps, but I'm still taking my time to make projects, but I have more experience than most juniors to land a job. Am I just not landing them because I don't have a portfolio live yet? Or I'm just not able to get a job because there's no junior ones that companies are looking for? Whew, that's a good question, right? So let me forgot to play this. Let me do this, right? I'm going to read it again. Right? So let's do this.
Another one.
So Owen Code says, I'm struggling for the last 3 years, been doing different boot camps, but I'm still taking my time to make projects, but I have more experience than most juniors to land a job. Am I just not landing them because I don't have a portfolio live yet? Or I'm just not able to get a job because there are no junior ones that companies are looking for. So let me start our timer on this one. And I'm going to say that it can be a combination of things, right? It can be a combination. The first, so I'm going to give you some questions to evaluate and help you try to figure this out, because I don't know what projects that you've worked on. I don't know what type of boot camp you're referring to, or is it like a web development boot camp that you're referring to, or like software engineering, like we're doing front end development, things like that. And I'll continue checking the chat to see if you follow up. But here's the deal. So he says yes, full stack development. All right, cool, full stack web development. It could be like not having a portfolio live will play a role with it, because when you're doing front end, companies are going to want, like recruiters and stuff like that, they're going to want to see what type of work that you've done, because people can say they have this type of experience, but in certain roles, you have to show something. So not having a portfolio live yet, that can definitely be a problem. But it can also be like, so here's another question. Are you getting callbacks? Are you getting callbacks for like interviews? And so are you getting to a stage where you're getting an interview callback and then you go on an interview and then they're like moving on, or are you not getting any interview requests? Because at different stages, it could be different things. So if you're not getting interview like request, it can be that your resume is not good, right? It can be like it's, because I've seen some resumes from people from boot camps where the boot camp does the resume for them, and it is terrible. Like Mitch would say, it's trash, right? So that could be a factor, you know. if you are getting interviews, then it could be how you articulate yourself in the interview. Maybe you don't have like you don't exude confidence. Maybe you don't seem sure what you're talking about. It could be so many different things, right? But I do have some advice that I could give you. But let me see the next chat that you wrote first. Says I've been working on the portfolio a lot this year. I have one mid to senior where I got to the second round, but one for a junior role didn't even get past the first HR round. Okay, I mean that's good to know, because so your resume is getting you some interviews, but maybe it's not as consistent as you want, and it's not getting you as far as you want. So I definitely think that the portfolio plays a factor into it. But here's the advice I'm going to give you to help you. And this is like when I'm coaching people, this is the type of stuff that I have them do, right? You like whatever it is that you're building, build something that is going to be public, like live to everyone. Like, don't focus on building a bunch of different little projects. Like, especially like what I've seen in boot camps, they'll have you build like a to-do list here. They'll have you do like some type of React based project. I don't know, something, right? I want you to think about it like this. You need to approach what you're doing from a totally different lens. Build something that's going to add value to the world. Build something that's going to add value to you. That like solve a problem. You need to solve a problem, right? So here's an example of a project that I worked on recently. With our Saturday morning shows, I wanted to build a dictionary app, and every Thursday for the past few weeks, we've been slowly building it out. Building out the API layer, building out the front end, building out the database. Then we've been working on deploying it to Google Cloud Platform, right? And that actually gives value to this show, because on Saturday mornings I use that dictionary app, and then if I actually publish it online where anybody can have access to it, that's adding value to everyone else. So whenever I'm doing something, I'm thinking, okay, I want what I'm building to be accessible to everyone so I can get feedback. And how can I make it better? So think about that. That's one aspect. The other aspect is, how do you manage this project? Are you familiar with the Agile process? Because taking a boot camp, learning how to write some code is only one small aspect to working in the software development industry, right? Into the tech industry. You also need to understand Agile, understand Git, understand pull request, understand like how to work within a sprint. So my advice to you is, you need to formulate the way that you work on your projects and on your portfolios the same exact way that you'd be working if you're in a company. So you're going to set up a Jira board, and you're going to set up sprints, and you're going to say, all right, this is the project that I'm building. This is my backlog of the stories that we need to work on. I'm going to set up sprints, whether you want to do 1 week sprints or 2 week sprints, no more than 2 weeks. And you actually have a daily stand up with yourself. Maybe you can look at some people to bring on board with you to work with you on this project. It doesn't have to be a small project, but you need to be able to articulate. See, the golden thing when it comes to interviewing is, you need to articulate how do you add value. And when you don't have experience, it's hard to do that, but you need to build your own experience, and you need to work on a project that you're going to put out there, and that you are open to criticism, and you take that criticism and you make it better. See, I actually appreciate when Mitch says something is trash. Although I know he doesn't mean it, but I like criticism. I like feedback, because it makes me think, okay, how can I make it better? How can we pivot, you know, and is this feedback warranted? Is it valid? You know, so employing those strategies is going to give you a better chance. Can I guarantee that's going to get you a job? I cannot guarantee anybody's going to get a job, but I think approaching that mentality, approaching that mindset is going to give you a better chance, a better opportunity. All right. So let me make sure Owen Codes didn't say anything else. Personal and passionate, right? Yes, Agile and Scrum, all the things. Perfect. All right, cool. So hopefully that helped. Hopefully that added some insight on how you could get a better approach working on these projects. And let me just read this one out as we close it out. It says, yeah, it makes sense. I'm doing the Code Academy full stack pathway from their pro package, and they have bigger, harder projects than the other generic boot camps, not just the basic to do app. I have big plans, and I do use apps like Trello for managing. Awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. So, I mean, it sounds like you're doing the right things, but I want you to focus on how are you going to articulate the value that you're bringing in the project that you're doing, right? And move away from the bigger, harder projects that they're giving you. And I want you to focus on building your own project, coming up with your own idea, your own concept, because it's going to make you think, it's going to make you care about it. The reason that I care, like what myself, I was asking me earlier, like staying motivated, the reason I care so much is because it's my own thing. I'm not doing it for anybody else, you know? So start mapping out the project that you want to do and start building it incrementally, and so that you can articulate why it's important to you. Because when it's something that you care about, you're going to talk about it like it's your baby, all right? Like it's your baby, all right? So let me wrap that question up. Thank you so much for that question, Owen Codes. That was awesome. Really, really appreciate you. I really, really appreciate that.
I appreciate you.
Let me check the chat, I think. Let me see. Let's check the chat. Kurt says he's grilling a New York strip steak right now. New York strip steak is not my favorite steak, but it's not even. I'd go with ribeye, picanha, flank steak, maybe T-bone necks, probably T-bone necks, and then I'd go for a New York strip. But yeah, that's my order. That's my order. Mitch says, this chat, why would you say such a thing? Why would you say such? Take it back, Mitch. Take it back. This asparagus and little baby potatoes, little tiny baby potatoes. They're so cute. They are so cute. Let's see. Rod Brown says, I'm on the way. Shout out to my guy, Rod Brown. Says, name the boot camps. What? No free promos, Mitch. No free promos. We got my guy in the building. What's up, Darcel? How are you doing today? You know, we're gonna have to end the show with a Darcel song today because my guy Darcel is in the building.
I appreciate you.
Let's see. All right, so Car says you should make vegan barbecue sauces. That sounds disgusting already. Barbecue sauces are tomato and vinegar based. Combine your knowledge of produce and herbs. You can make good money. To Alexis, vegan. Nah, sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Or whoever that is can lace it with. Oh my goodness, you guys are terrible. It says this ain't. Is that a China flag? Say China. Let's see. It says, I'm open. I want to be a momtrepreneur. I never heard of that one before, but that's pretty cool. And Alexa says, hit Mitch with the.
How dare you?
I hear that. All right, let's see. Let me see what your car's saying. All right, well, when you take me to the big meeting and then Okay, I'll read it. I'll read it. To make sure. Sometimes with your car, you never know which your car you're getting, right? It says, I add value when you take me to the big meetings and the other sharks think I'm just some dumb black dude who's there because of DEI. They always shocked when one of the partners lets them know, if you don't know, now you know. Mess around and find out who your car is. His name is deep in these streets. All right, let's continue. All right, where are we at? Let me see. Let's see. It says, Mitch says, I put on my resume director of tech, Coach Ralph, and listed everything I do. Think I'm joking? Nah. It's true. He does put director. Like he is the data, the VP of data and analytics here on the channel. Mainly so that he can't get out of his non-compete, mainly because of that. But he has certain privileges. He does have certain privileges. Says your car is definitely a deal. He is not. Come on. See, I'm going to tell you this too, Mitch. Your car does not get hired. He does the hiring. All right. Your car does the hiring.
We the best.
Says he definitely doesn't mean it. Stop screaming. I have to. Your car's feeling froggy tonight, so I gotta make sure. Exactly. We got your car after hours tonight. It says, which is your car says to Mitch, I work for no one. If you work for customers, weirdo. I don't know. I think you must not know your car. Your car has the game on lock. Your car, you remember UGK? I got Bobby by the pound, Whitney by the key. The game belongs to who? To who? The game belongs to your car.
Let's get it.
I'm with you, your car. See, I'm not gonna let Mitch. I'm not gonna let Mitch do you like that, right? I got your back. I got your back. All right. Announcement. Let's stop the show. Alexis just hit us with the Mitch, I'm getting into data. I'm coming for your throne. I'm coming for your VP spot. Mitch, you got competition. Your car says, the game been good to me for sure. I love that album. Is he always trying to get me and your car to go against each other? What are you talking about? I don't know. I don't know who that is. Competition. I laugh at that. That's how Mitch laughs. That's actual Mitch's laugh. I recorded it, right? The NSA was spying on Mitch in 2010. You guys ever seen that meme? I'll find it for you for Thursday. Anyways, I'm coming to Florida next month to kick it with Ralph and fly. Let's get it. Let's fly some drones. Says, why is he like this with me? You know, Mitch. When he is deeply friends with somebody, like best friends in the whole wide world, he just, he comes off like that. So it is what it is. But just know that he loves you, right? He absolutely adores you. All right, so your car says to Mitch, meet in Florida next month, and Mitch says he's coming in February. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's get to our next question. Because let's get to it. Let's get to work tonight. Let's go here and
another one.
Is there a roadmap for QA freelancing? That's a great question. That is a great question. So I'm a recent graduate from CDAC. I have no idea what CDAC is, but regardless, and working as QA since last. Here comes the bad grammar. Here comes the bad grammar. Okay, let me try to decipher this. I am a recent graduate from CDAC, and I am working in QA since last year, since a year ago. I am thinking to start freelancing as QA. Please suggest a roadmap to get started with it. Well, let's start our timer on that one. I'm going to say the road to QA freelancing is slim to none. I've seen. All right, you can check on Upwork, you can check on Fiverr, but I'm going to tell you this, right? Most people who try to freelance on, like, most people don't try to, like, people who need freelancers, they're not going to spend their money on freelancers on QA because they don't care about QA. But I thought you said that QA is the most important thing. It is. Well, here's the deal. Most startups and stuff like that, they don't care about QA until they are forced to care about QA. That's what happens. Until and that's why so many softwares crash and burn. When these little startups are trying to get started, I'm gonna give you an example, right? I'm gonna give you an example. So I try to help my tech barbarians gain experience through actually working. So I'll give them I'll say, all right, let me try to find you a quote unquote internship. And what is that internship, right? I'll try to find a startup who might not have any testing, any QA. I'm like, all right, let my tech barbarian gain some experience. I'm going to be coaching them, and they can do QA for you, for learning experience, right? And what happens is, I approach like two places, and when I say a startup, it's like three people who are kind of like coding whenever they feel like, they try to have a formal process around it, but it's not serious, right? So I reached out to one person. I'm like, hey, they said, oh, we're looking for people to for software engineers. I'm like, do you have any testers? No, I don't have any testers, but we also don't need them. I'm like, what? And I'm like, well, that's why your software is gonna be anyways. I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. But these little small startups and stuff like that, and here's the thing, the testing was not going to cost them anything because I was trying to get them some experience. But people don't value testing, especially like when it comes to freelancing. Somebody that I was working with like last year, they were actually able to find this one company that was growing to do some freelance like QA, but then a couple of weeks later they wanted to bring the person in full time, right? Because it is hard to have a freelance QA person. Now, there are contractor QA persons, people who do QA as contractors, but they're pretty much integrated with the team. And like once the job or the mission is done, then they'll get rid of them, right? But it is hard like to find a small business that actually cares about quality. They only care about quality once their quality sucks. They only care about quality once their quality sucks.
Bruh.
So that's the honest to God truth on what you're going to be expecting. So you can like, if you go on Upwork and you search for QA, you're going to get a bunch of these stupid little these stupid little QA, like these testing things that don't really mean, they're not really anything. They're not really anything, right? Like they'll tell you like, oh, we'll give you like $10 if you go and you sign up on this app or some nonsense like that. It's not true QA, right? And it's not even anything that it's going to be worth putting experience on. So is it possible you might be able to find it, but here's the other problem, right? If you do find it, that needle in a haystack, guess how many people are also looking for that needle in a haystack? A lot of people are also looking for that needle in a haystack. So it's just a mess all over. It's just a mess all over. I think that if you want to do QA, right, and you're looking to build some experience in QA or looking to work on a project, I say find a software developer like Owen Codes, connect with Owen Codes, and say, hey, Owen Codes, how about we help each other? You're looking to build out this application and get it some more experience. I'm looking to build some QA experience. I'm looking to write test cases. I'm looking to do automation, looking to use maybe Playwright or Cypress or whatever, right? Let's work together. And let's go into some type of, partnership or something, right? Where I'll be like, if this project of yours takes off, I'll be right there by your side, and I'll be responsible for all things quality, all things testing. And let's say this project becomes into this big company, like you already have your position as director of QA. So that's my thoughts behind it. Like you can't. It's going to be a needle in a haystack. Tons and tons of haystacks that are piled up the size of the World Trade Center, trying to find that freelancing QA job that everyone else is also looking for because they're in the same boat as you. All right. That's my thought with the whole matter. Hopefully that helps a bit. All right, let's wrap that one up. All right, let's check the chat real quick. Let's see what we've got going. Let me see. Mitch says he's going in February. He wants to see me fight. I'm just going to tell you this right now, right? February is not guaranteed. That's the date. I'm anticipating there's a competition in February, but there might not be. All right, I'm just saying. They haven't released the schedule for next year yet. Says I'll be close to Mitch in February. Says I'm going to Rob's competition. Says Alexis, you married. I don't think your husband would approve. What approve of what? Did I miss something? Oh, it says I'm in Florida too. He's so silly. Your car, yes, you are sick, your car. You are sick. Bruh. When is that? Mitch says, I'll be in Miami end of December and New Year's Eve. You know where I'll be New Year's Eve? I will be exactly right here at my house, December and New Year's Eve. I will be, you know what, better yet, I will be on the porch. So I can definitely link up and fly drones, grab lunch. Let's see. He didn't say the date, but I'll be there. All right. CDAC, isn't that India? I have no idea. I have no idea what CDAC is. Says that person is sick. Leave me alone. What is the ETC, the etc. Says red flags, definitely. Your car says keep your software since you don't want QA. Yep. That's what I said. I was like, you know what? You go out there and you suck. You go out there and you suck and you crash and burn. I don't care. No soup for you. Your car says, I love you, you love me, we're a happy, I love you, you love me, we're a happy family. Oh, look at that. That's so sweet. It says, I'm going to Florida to see Ralph choke a ninja out and fish somewhere off Biscayne Bay. Let's see. Let's see. It says, I love to fish. You know what? I've been fishing one time, and that was shark fishing that we went. And we caught a swordfish, actually. We let it go. But we did catch a swordfish, which was, I guess it was a sword shark. I don't know. Whatever. Let's see. It says, we can get a captain and go out and fish if you are down. I'm getting nervous too. You ever heard the term swimming with the fishes, Mitch? You're from New Jersey, Mitch. I'm sure you've heard the term swimming with the fishes. It says, there will be a fight in February. Ralph versus that Latino guy who was talking ish when he was showing his match. Who was the Latino guy? Who was the Latino? I don't know. I'm lost. I don't remember. This porch cat. What? That's a fact, though. This, or me and him will be. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do your boxing versus my jujitsu. We can make it. I have a mat in the. You know what? Let me see. Can I show this? Let me see. Let me see if I can show this. Let's see. Can we do this? Is it on this? No, it's not on this one. Let's see if I can find this. Look at that. So, yeah, I have a mat. I have a mat that I have in the backyard right here. You know, we can make it happen, Mitch. See? Look at that. See, we can make it happen, Mitch. We can make it happen, all right? Let's see. All right, let me see. It says, let's jump him, Mitch. You go high, I go low. I mean, if you go high, you're not gonna hit me. If you go high, you're not gonna hit me. All right, I'm just saying. He's definitely getting punches. What? I mean, your car. You know how well I can dodge those punches, right? Look at that. Look at that. See that? You see how I dodge? See, I'm just saying. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. All right. I'm just saying. Are we going to catch these hands of love? Is that what we're going to be doing? Is that what we're, all right. Let me drop the beat. Is that what we're doing? Is that what we are doing? I'm just wondering. Anyways, what channel is the Tyson fight on? Or where do you watch the Tyson fight? Let me know. All right, let's continue. Let's continue on with the show. We have our next one. It's going to be a fun one. This is going to be such a good one. All right, let's go.
Another one.
Stuck in a toxic job. So, need advice. Stuck in a toxic job with a huge signing bonus.
Money.
But I just got, stuck in a toxic job with a huge sign-on bonus debt. Oh, that's actually but I just got my dream job offer. Says, I really need some advice on a tough situation I'm in. I currently work as an engineering tech in underground mining, and I'm dealing with a very toxic and unsafe work environment. It's mentally and emotionally draining. My boss gaslights me. Oh, we've been gaslight for the past few months, so get used to it. And constantly hints that I'll stay stagnant in this role. And I've been subjected to some really hurtful treatment. People at work call me fat and refer to me as a boy, even though that I'm a girl. Wow. Okay, this took a twist. It's spiraling into severe stress, affecting my mental health and my relationship at home. I even find myself lashing out because I'm so unhappy. To make matters worse, I accepted a sign-on bonus between $7,500 and $15,000, which I have to pay back if I leave within the first year. I've been there for about 3 months. Damn. The idea of owing this money is overwhelming, but I recently received a job offer for a position I've always dreamed of. This new role comes with relocation support, amazing benefits, a bonus, a strong development plan, a company pension, and a yearly bonus of 35%. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. It's everything I want, and the work environment seems healthy and supportive. Plus, I'd get to move to a place I've always dreamed of living. The catch is that I'd have to leave my current job before paying back the sign-on bonus. I'm unsure if I can negotiate a payment plan or if quitting now is the right thing to do. I've accepted the new job offer and start December 9th. Hey. But I'm stressing over the financial impact and what to do next. Has anyone faced something similar or have any advice on how to handle the situation? To make matters worse, it can get worse than this. What? They won't let me take time off as well. I'm currently trying to do everything to leave this job. Should I just quit and concentrate on my current offer, as I need to do my pre-employment medicals and checks, and my current employer says no to my appointments? Mitch is asking the question that I was wondering as well. Mitch is asking the question that I was wondering, right? So let's get to this. Let's start our clock, right? Let's start our clock. So the very first question is, why did you spend the sign-on bonus before it actually? Why did you spend why did you spend a check that hadn't cleared yet? Because the sign-on bonus does not clear until you don't owe it anymore. Until it becomes like, as of right now, it was a loan, and you blew it. You blew the loan. And I honestly don't believe it takes 3 months to notice that a work environment is toxic. All right. After 3 months, it's already emotionally draining and mentally draining. Now, the whole part about the boss gaslighting you and talking about this thing. I mean, how could it get so? Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe I'm wrong. But only 3 months, and the boss is already gaslighting you and saying you're gonna be stagnant in the role. That's kind of crazy. It's not nice that they call you fat or a boy, especially even if you're a girl. That's not nice. I agree with that. But I think the real mental stress is about you want to leave and you owe between $7,500 and $15,000. That is the stressful part. That is the stressful part right there. I have a friend whose significant other did a sign-on bonus, and they could not leave their company until they met it. But I don't know what the final resolution was, because at the end of the day, you could just pay it. And I don't know if you're gonna have to give a check on your way out of the company, but it probably just they could sue you for it, and then you'd have to owe it. But at the end of the day, this is what happens when you live life on the wild side. No plans, no focus. It's like, you know that you're gonna owe $15,000. But you're like, well, YOLO, I'm just going to accept the job anyways. And at this point, like, if you already gotten this far and you're going to owe the money anyways, you might as well just do whatever you feel like it, right? I mean, I'm sure you have credit cards that you haven't paid back. Your credit score might be like 522. I don't know. So at this point, what difference does it make? You guys remember where that's from? At this point, what difference does it make? Because what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Fire you? Just saying. I'm just keeping it real, right? What are they gonna do? Because you've already accepted another job. Did you put in your 2 weeks notice? They'll probably tell you might as well just quit today. But you're gonna owe the money. They might give you a deadline to pay it by. They might, I don't know. But the biggest mistake is that you spent the money before you got it. As Ye, or Kanye West, said, we have a problem with spending before we get it. That money was not yours. Especially if you saw that you like, if you know that you cannot afford to leave the job because you're gonna have to pay a bunch of money back, why exactly are you like applying for these different jobs, or you put in a situation and now you accepted the job starting December 9th and you're gonna have to pay back $15,000. If the job really, really, really wants you, they might be able to pay it off for you. But I mean, you did say you're what do you do? You are an engineering tech in underground mining. So honestly, why would your current company treat you so poorly? Because that sounds like a pretty important role. So if you are the person for it, then the new company might be able to help you, because right now you're,
I'm in a bind, Nate.
That new company might be your Nate. Kind of weird and disgusting, actually, when you think about it that way. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. They might be able to help a sister out. I'm just saying, right? But it's poor planning, poor execution, poor all around. Just poor all around, and you're gonna have to pay it back. You're gonna have to pay it back. And your card says you can put it on Afterpay. Talk about predatory lending, right? Talk about predatory lending. They be talking about me talking about the check cashing stores, but Afterpay is also predatory lending. I'm just saying. Anyways, let's wrap that question up with a nice little bow on top. All right, let's see what the chat has to say about that one. And your card says they can put it on Afterpay. That is, they can. Mitch will not approve of that though, because he was gonna say that is predatory lending. Maybe so is, giving somebody $15K signing bonus. Let's see. Mitch says it's on Netflix. Depending if I'm home, maybe. Let's see. It's free on this website that I watch. It says if you have Netflix, it's free too. I have Netflix through my phone provider. Your car says Netflix, I get everything free. I would never pay for anything digital. What? The views expressed by your car are his solely and not the views of the show. I believe in paying for your services, pay for your services. No pirating going on over here. He says, you right, here is a digital punch. Okay, gotcha. Says, where's the bonus money? She spent it. Yes, she spent it. It's all gone. It is all gone. Your car says he chooses Pikachu. I don't know what he's talking about. Your car says a bonus must have been 5,000. 5,000 and they have to pay back between 7,500 and 15,000. Wouldn't it be like I mean, I don't know. I've never been in that situation, but would it be the amount that that they borrowed, or do they add on to it? I don't know. All right, we have a guest calling. Let me try to see if I can get this thing working again. Let me see. It didn't work the first time. Let's see what happens with this. What's good, Rod Brown?
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
Give me a second. I don't know why it's not routing here. Give me a second. Let me see if I can get this to work. There we go. There we go. Perfect. All right, let me bring you up to the screen. If I can find it. Let me see. There we go. And we're gonna go right here. There we go. What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going on? How you doing tonight, man?
Good, man. How about yourself?
Not too bad, man. Long work day, but getting through it.
Nice, nice. I just saw your side. Oh my goodness.
I always gotta keep it interesting, right?
Yep. So, how was your time down here in South Florida? How was the conference?
Hey, the conference was pretty good. Down there in South Florida, it was a little bit hotter than I expected, but that's how y'all do in Florida. But I appreciate you definitely meeting up with me and showing me around a little bit. I checked out that spot Gigi's down there in Florida. Very good. Me and my wife went out there, and man, it's good food. Y'all got some.
What type of food was it?
It was seafood. It was some high seafood restaurant. So
Nice,
I definitely
nice.
appreciate it.
Nice,
And Mitch,
awesome.
I'm being nice. I'm being nice this time, right? Like I'm being nice. Right? But listen, one of the things I wanted to ask you, again, I appreciate you meeting up with me. We had a great conversation, so shout out to you for linking up with me, giving me some good advice on some things that we talked about and stuff like that. But I noticed that you put up a question. I could be mistaken that with the new administration coming into play, I think a lot of people are expecting a boom in the economy, a boom in certain aspects. So from a tech perspective, my first question to you would be, do you think that there's going to be a higher than usual tech job like boom? And if so, what would probably be the jobs that people like that are going into boot camps or still learning would probably be something that they would have to look forward to in order to capitalize on the next 4 years with this new administration?
So I'm gonna give an example of when I hear Kevin O'Leary, for example.
Mhm.
His big thing is data centers, right? And I hear a lot about data centers. Um, I would say definitely cloud technology, cybersecurity.
Mhm.
If there are going to be manufacturing jobs that are going to be coming back
Mhm.
into here, there's going to have to be some type of technologies to support it as well. So there's gonna be different IT jobs. I don't know in particular what that would be for, like, to support manufacturing, but if if the corporate tax rates are gonna drop, there's gonna be more companies opening up, expanding, because they're gonna have more money to
Right.
invest in themselves. So might be more startups starting. Bigger companies might be looking to expand, looking to grow. So I still think that you're always going to need software engineers. You're definitely going to need cybersecurity. You're going to need the cloud engineers, like DevOps and stuff like that. Working on the pipelines, front end, like full stack developers. They'll probably be needed more again. And the thing is with software engineering and like front end development, it's there's two things that I like about it is that you can go out there and work for someone. Three things actually. You can, like, as you do, freelance for other, like, have your own business, and then you can
Right.
also create your own applications as well. That's, to me, that's probably like the best thing. If you create something that takes off,
Mhm.
you're not it's not like you're chasing down customers and clients and stuff like that. So I think that is going to be something. AI is getting more traction. So, prompt engineering, data, language learning models. Um, Speaking about data, if companies are going to be reinvesting into themselves, then they should also, like, they're going to be needing to, use machine learning to make the right decisions. Like,
Mhm.
should we invest here? Should we invest there? What is our projections? So data is also going to be a big thing. I think data is always a big thing, but if there's going to be money being invested back into here, I'm looking at those things. The the Possibly like the tech sales um, aspect of it.
That's what
Like
I was thinking about too, like tech sales.
SDRs, BDRs, customer
Right.
support people are going to be needed because, like,
Hmm.
those customer success managers, they'll probably be start coming up. Like, those are like, I don't know when exactly those would be coming in because like that's not the first thing that companies hire when they're building. But if it's an established company, they might look to bring more of those in. Um, Yeah, it can be like a few different things that would do it. Let me see. You know,
Yeah, I think it's a good variety of jobs that people can capitalize on, and that's like my mind frame from it in regards to like the new administration coming into play. It's just like how can the next wave of people looking for jobs, especially like the example that you gave earlier from the guy that you're reading from, once he gets out of boot camp or once you get out of whatever training, college or whatever the case may be, how can you capitalize on the next 4 years in order to project you to that next spot or project you to get into the bag per se.
the other thing though is that, like, the tricky part is, I think that whether you're in boot camp or in college or whatever, the ratio of jobs to graduates is always going to be way, way off, right? So you'll have people who, like, if you take how many people are graduating in computer science for all the universities per year, right? Compared to how many jobs that are available for someone with a computer science degree, there's gonna be less jobs, right? Now you
Sure.
add now you add the person who's now you add the person who took a boot camp, who's going up again, and usually people who take boot camps, they're a little bit older than the people who are in college. So now you
Mhm.
have the person who took a boot camp who, for maybe a couple of months, competing against that fresh college graduate, where I'm sure the job descriptions still say bachelor's degree and stuff like that or equivalent
Yep.
experience. The
Mhm.
boot camp grad doesn't have either. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Especially
it's
especially when you go through that technical test, because I mean you can get in the door because the HR representative is probably going to look at your resume and say, "Oh, they can do it," but then that team looks at you and just says, "Hey, let's do a technical test," and you can't even do it because you don't even
yeah.
know what to do on those particular interviews. So yeah.
Yeah, so it's honestly, it's like, how do you build that experience without having the experience. So that's why I always recommend people like, all right, if you do the boot camp, whether you're doing QA, you're doing software development, whatever, right? Whatever job that you can get inside of the IT industry, like let's say you're doing technical support, because I started off in technical support, right?
Okay.
Even if it's technical support, where you're taking in calls, you're asking questions, you're helping people troubleshoot. That like your number one, your foot is in the door. So you're in a company where you can start networking with the people within there. And number two is that like that's building experience, which you can leverage that, getting those connections that you need to leverage that. But a lot of people, they'll go to a boot camp for say software engineering, and now they want to work for Google. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
It doesn't work that way. It
exactly.
doesn't work that way. Not
So
one bit.
so yeah, so that's the tough part about it. That that's the situation. I'm like, if you can get in like as a help desk or somebody that I'm coaching, they did a QA boot camp. They just graduated with their bachelor's, and I forgot the exact major, but it's like some maybe information technology or something like, or not like information system manager, something like that, right? But
Okay.
and they ended up getting an internship, but then the company really liked them, but they hired them as help desk, but
Right.
they're getting so much valuable experience in the industry and in tech and stuff like that, that like now they're going to skyrocket to the top. But if they say, oh no, it has to be this type of job, then they'd be like keeping themselves back.
Yeah, and I also think a lot of people don't look into those particular type jobs that's going to, uh, for lack of better words, get your foot in the door per se. It may not be the job that you ultimately want, but at the same time, it's going to be a job that's going to get you the experience, because I personally feel like experience matters more than um, Mitch. I can't see now. Mitch messed up my train of thought. Um, I feel like experience matters more than degrees. That's just me, because I work in a particular field where I've seen it all the time. Where it's just like, in my opinion, nobody cares about a master's or a PhD or whatever the case may be. They care about your experience. Can you get the job done? How many years have you been doing the job? And are you going to work well within my team and within my company in order to, expedite the things that I need to expedite? So I'm a firm believer in that. Even for myself, I started out in a job that honestly ultimately wasn't the job even that I'm working for today. I started out doing graphic design work at, at a job, but they needed some, web work. It wasn't on a resume, but I did it in order for me to get get the experience. So that's also, maybe a good type of advice for people that, hey, don't shoot up high for the director position. You're just not going to get that. You're just not going to
Yeah.
get those jobs. But but ultimately, I just wanted people to think about what to capitalize within this next administration. I know we're probably set in our ways, or we're already well established within our careers, but there's people below us that they can kind of take that information and look at it in a different light, because sometimes they might not be thinking about AI or tech sales or thinking about this particular thing. They might have their heart set on one particular lane, but they don't understand that there's 6 or 7 different avenues within this tech space.
It's what might be part of the problem though.
Mm-hmm.
Some people might be too late, right?
Mm.
I don't know. I don't like if all goes well. Um, some people like because to ramp up, it might be the people who've been struggling to find positions for the past couple of years who are now at the front line to when things start opening up. It's like, oh, like boom, like they're the ones who are filling it in because other people waited. Um, but that's why I'm always like, you always have to like continue to learn. You don't have to be an expert in one particular area, but you wanna diversify, like get some knowledge and focusing on one thing, but get some knowledge on so that you can be able to pivot and stuff like that.
Hmm. I don't know. Like I actually agree with Mitch's comment just a moment ago.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually agree with Mitch's comment. I don't think it's never too late.
No, I don't mean today in that sense. What I mean is
Yeah.
like the wave for these incoming jobs, right?
Okay.
That the
Yeah.
people who were like preparing themselves, like trying to find jobs now, they might be the ones who catch that wave, because people are like, oh, now it's time for me to act.
Right.
Where at this point, like for whatever's coming now, you might have missed that. Probably not, but it's going to be a lot harder now than the people who've been working on it for the past couple of years who've been looking for their chance. This might be the chance they've been looking for.
Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, well, again, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you, picking up my call, and
For sure, man. For sure.
great show, great show tonight. So,
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, Red Brown, I'm going to check you later. Appreciate you calling in.
see y'all.
All righty, there you have it. That was Rod Brown. Shout out to my guy, Rod Brown. All right, let me take these headphones off. All righty then. So let's check the chat and then we'll wrap it up for today. Great show, everyone. Appreciate you all. All right, let's see here. As we wrap it up, where are we? Mitch says, I said he, I meant she. Shame on you.
How dare you?
Have you no shame? Says it's not Mitch. Probably gotta make payments on it. I have no idea how that happens. I have no idea. Like I've never been offered a sign-on bonus. Have I? Have I ever been Nope. Can't recall. I can't say that I have. Mitch says, hold on. I skip one. Says they can put on Afterpay. Let me put y'all on game. Well, let us know. Let us know. Says I said trends. Y'all steal my word. Y'all steal my words. Says I'm not a this is not a pirate. I am not clicking on that link. I'm not clicking on that link, your car. He was about to debate that. To debate what? Oh boy, here we go. Figures, Mr. Useless. You're terrible, bitch. It says be nice. This is your second date. See? Yeah. Of course we love Mitch. Of course we love Mitch. The guy is obsessed. It says you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. I heard that my whole life, but that doesn't make it right. Says I can't be coming at you like you. Wait. Oh man, I can't be coming at you like that. You a married guy. You married my guy. I take some stuff I said back. Only some stuff, Mitch. Why not everything back? It says, I think there will be a boom. Have you seen Salesforce? That's a good one. I haven't thought about that. Salesforce might. I'm pretty sure because that's a good one. I didn't think about that. Salesforce. There's definitely going to be something with Salesforce, especially like not only at Salesforce, but people who are like Salesforce developers for their actual companies too. The people who create the Salesforce templates, like web stuff and stuff. There's all like, I'll say this. One of my best friends, right? He doesn't work for Salesforce, but he does a lot of stuff in Salesforce, and he's killing it. Like man, I can't even tell you how much money he's making, but it's like in the mid six-figure range, right? Mid six figures. Not low six figures, but mid six figures, maybe higher now, but he's killing it. Salesforce is powerful. Better throw data in there. I got you. But Alexis is coming for your data spot. I'm just saying Alexis is coming for your data spot. Let me see. Language learning models. Yep. Machine learning. Yep. Tech sales is where the big money is.
Money.
Your car says tech sales and marketing is where the big checks are. Yeah, marketing, definitely. It says facts. I love data though, and I'm going more in the FinOps is another one because although like companies still want to make smart economic decisions, companies do not want to raise $1 billion to spend $1 billion, $2 million. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Car says, I double majored in business marketing and business management. I took computer science and legged learned tech on the side. That's why I can't work for someone. It's a business for me, not a job. Car's like, I am not getting fired on my day off. No, I do the hiring and I do the firing. So if I get fired, it's because I fired myself.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
Mitch says, me and Rob said before, the main reason is because people want to come out making $500,000 to post on the internet. Mitch, I honestly believe that they don't make anywhere close to that, but the ads that they get and the promos that they get for these boot camps is what makes them that 500K. It is not the job that I'm just saying. They might not even have a job. I'm just saying. All right. Mitch says it's never too late. I agree with that. It's never too late, but that's not what I was talking about. It says Angry Ralph, as usual, bringing people down. That's not what I was saying. I was saying the people who've been trying to make it in for the past few years, this might be their time to shine, all right? It says, do you guys think if the election went the other way, jobs would be coming? I recall they said that they wanted to raise the corporate tax rate. They wanted to raise the income taxes on certain individuals. They were going to raise income taxes on everybody. And then the price of everything else was going to go up as well. They probably would have eventually tried to raise the federal minimum wage as well. So do I think the jobs would be coming? Negative, Ghostwriter. Negative, Ghostwriter. Your car says nope. Your car says Trump made the economy and stocks bounce back. Let's see. Good questions as always from my guy Rod Brown. Shout out to Alexis. Let's see. Your car says, have you found me a cute tech girl yet? I didn't know she was looking for that. Okay. Mitch says, I am not all foolishness, guys. I like to liven up the party up in here.
Let's get it.
I wish I could play music on this channel. On this channel. Says, who is that? I'm confused. Says, Alexa says, you ain't ready. You going fishing in MIAMI. See, your card. They don't want you to be great.
Congratulations, you played yourself. They believe in us.
That's the one. They didn't believe in us, your car. They didn't believe in you, your car. I believe in you, your car. I believe in you. Your car says they can come with. See, your car knows how to party. He's gonna have his scotch or his whatever the other names that he said earlier today, with his Cuban cigars and his fishing rod. I'm just saying, your car knows how to party. Let's see. From your boy ads. Take it back, Mitch. Take it back.
How dare you?
It's so funny how you think you're gonna win when you say you're raising corporate. Hey, Mitch, everybody got to pay their fair share, right? Everybody got to pay their fair share. What people was that marketed to? Hey, you saw how much they spent. It says facts. It sounds like a good time. Don't threaten me with a good time. Don't threaten me with a good time. It's just getting worse. All right, we're done for tonight. It is time to head out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Tech Q&A. We had an absolutely fascinating time. We had calls from Memify. We had calls from Rod Brown. We had a question from Owen Codes. Such a good time. And then we had some good questions as well that I found. And just great feedback, great vibes. Great vibes. Yeah, our vibes did not cost us $1 billion. Even $1 billion didn't even exist in Dr. Evil's time. $1 billion didn't even exist in Dr. Evil's time. I'm just saying, right? Didn't it cost us $1 billion to $20 million, right? I'm just saying. That's how much. Our fund was safe and cost effective. It was ahead of schedule and under budget. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so with that being said, you guys know how we do. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I just have a question for you. After all of this, did you guys have a good time? Did you have a good time?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I had so much fun. Really, really appreciate you guys for tuning in. But you guys know, yesterday's price is not today's price. Today's price is certainly not tomorrow's price, because guess what? We are going to what?
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
The price of the brick is going up, but energy cost might be going down, because we are going to drill, baby, drill. I'm just saying we're going to drill, baby, drill. All right. With that being said, we're going to get out of here. Let me see what Mitch is saying. Memify says, nice conversation. Thanks. I appreciate you. And Mitch says, but I'm still disappointed in someone, so won't be acknowledged.
Bruh.
You play a hard game, Mitch. You play a hard game, but we still love you anyways. All right. We're out of here, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is Tech Coach Ralph with another episode of Tech Q&A. We are out.
Tech Coach Ralph, tough as nails, no disguise. Pushing limits, yeah, he's that kind of guy. At first it's harsh, the rules feel like chains. But trust the process, there's sunshine in the rains. He cracks the whip, but it's all in love. Results shining bright like stars above. Tech Coach Ralph, you light the way. Days turn to weeks, skills sharp and fast. What once was a struggle now feels like a blast. Step by step, we rise and we glow. With Ralph in our corner, we're ready to show. Singing his praises, can't keep it inside. From hard ass to hero, he's our pride. the coach we need in this game of growth. He plants the seed. So here's to Ralph, the coach we need in this game of growth. He plants the seed.
Yo, my boy Mitch, we don't always see eye to eye, but in the ring of life, he's my ride or die. Throwing shade with his threats, catch his hands and shouts. But trust me, it's love he's packing, not just about. We banter like kings, no one's backing down. Throwing punches, but it's all from the heart. In this crazy world, we're always a team. Best friends forever, with a shared dream. Mitch and me, man, we're living the theme. We chop up the data, make those numbers dance. Talking tech battles, man, we take our stance. Chicago PD, yeah, we're the squad on the lane. Fighting like Ricky and Cal, bringing glory and pain. But win or lose, we're never apart. Throwing punches, but it's all from the heart. In this crazy world, we're always a team. Best friends forever, with a shared dream. Mitch and me, man, we're living the theme. So here's to us, a bond that won't fade. In the ring of the streets, we've got it made.